All right. Wait a minute. All right. I should sound pretty far away, right? The question is, how far away? I dropped the microphone, the little clip-on mic, and I can't find it. So I don't know. Like, the real problem is, in real time, y'all wouldn't even be able to help me track it. Hold on. Y'all wouldn't even be able to help me track it. Hold on. Y'all wouldn't even be able to help me track it. Alright. Y'all can help me out. Am I close? Here, microphone. Here, microphone. Nah, that shit sound crazy. I'm literally on the floor looking for this shit. Okay. We ain't gonna be able to do this too long. So this is what we're gonna do. Out. Sheesh. Out. All right. Well, that failed miserably. I'll look for that. I'll look for the I'll look for the mic later. This is not how I want to kick off the week. But we are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is going to be all right. Well, I suspect, but right now I'm a little tight. I don't like to be losing things like microphones. Sometimes I feel like I'm in the crowd and all alone. It's not how many people are around, but it's how many people make you feel like you're really down. And when I see down, I'm not saying you're trying to belong, but gotta get it off like a song. And I'm a sing and make sure that I bring it. I'm making sure that I bell and I'm bringing it. I'm singing it. Makes me feel kind of great. But we had to put on a little delay. But hey, what's up, y'all? I've been looking for this thing for a minute. I could have started on time if it wasn't. I don't know if y'all like me, but I'm a little OCD about these kinds of things. I need to find that. I really do. I need to find it. And where could it be? The thing is, it's magnetic. It's magnetic. So wherever it rolled to, it could be sticking to something. Yeah, wherever it rolled to, it could be sticking to something metallic. And that could be a big part of the problem. But hey, it is like that. It is like that. So, man, how y'all doing, man? Everybody good? Levels is good. Levels is good. You know what? Let me just get back on my square. Let's just get back on my square. Levels is good. 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 Levels is what? Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Yo, I stood strong and tall in front of all y'all. Let me get it right. Let me get it right. Let me get it right. Let me get the rhythm. Let me get it right. What up, Derek River? Let me get it right. 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 Come on over. Let's make sure that we be talking to on a rover. I'ma make sure that I stretch it out, make me feel good, real good. I'm gonna tell you about the times when I was a little bit young, had a little bit of cane, I was a little bit strong. I'm lying, I've never used drugs, not a day in my life, not a kid, not a wife. I stay strong, but I wasn't clean. Used to have a little drinking problem. Yeah, man. Trials and tribulations, make sure that I tell you about my shit sensations. Made me feel a little bit better. Little coochie made me feel a little bit. What? Come on, man. I can't be dealing with the. I'm a little OCD. You know, some people are a lot of OCD. I'm just a little OCD. In other words, when it comes to the light and audio, it gotta be right. Now, other things I can put up with, like I'm not really like a real big stickler for details, but certain things, well, you know, everybody has their thing, right? And I got mine, you got yours. We go on places, do tours, got a bus. Yo, let's discuss how are we going to make some more money for us. Yeah. All right. Derek River, what's good? And my people's Carp Diem. What's good? What's good? What's good? What the hell is going on? You know, you gotta chill. My goodness. The damn cat is, I don't know if y'all can hear that. The damn cat was over there in like we don't have, in our grocery stores, they don't give us plastic bags, you know, to carry this stuff anymore. So we have to, you know, buy bags that have handles on them. And my cat was over there playing in them. It sounds like, imagine an animal sounding like they are inside of a bag of chips. This is not doing what I needed to do tonight. This is weird. Do me a favor, y'all. Hit the like button. Even if you don't like it, just do me a solid tonight. We'll catch up to making you like it later. Right now, just represent for the God. What's good? Man, what's good? Akbar Ansari, what's good? What's good? From India? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hold on a second. What the hell? Might as well. Let's get it in. Let's go. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. When this your daily, it's a daily go get up, miss. I'm sure you think it ain't when it is. You think it won't when it wins. We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. We talking about the I got kids excuse tonight. The I got kids excuse tonight. You know that a lot of people who have children use their children as a crutch or an excuse to do things, to stay places, to sometimes they use it as a reason for their advancement. But they may use their children as a reason for their advancement in negative ways. Like I had to do what I had to do in order to feed my kids. So you had to freeze everybody out from being able to make any money, or you had to sell drugs. You remember when the notorious B.I.G. said, you know, the D's used to come lock me up when he knew I was only trying to make some money to feed my daughter, 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 make some, like there's no other way you could have made money, Mr. Biggie Smalls, except for selling drugs. One thing I don't want to do is live in a world where the only way I can feed my kids is to sell drugs. Rest in peace, notorious Christopher Wallace, B.I.G. I was only trying to make some money to feed my daughter. You know, you could have worked in fast food when they would have literally gave you money and food to feed your daughter. But yeah, I got kids, or I do it for the kids. I do it because I got kids. I do it for the kids. I do it for the kids. Yeah, people do it all the time. You said, what did I lose? Cardim, I lost my microphone. It's a good thing I have another one. I lost my microphone, pinning it on. See, the way it works. Let's see. The way it works. That's the right one. The way it works is, you know what? I don't want to take this one off again. But this is a little magnet and it fits on the other side of the microphone. So whatever kind of clothing you have on, this fits on the back and it clips onto this and you get sound. And this is the best microphone I've ever had. Wireless. And I have a few of them. I've tried a few, and this is undisputedly the best because it's clear. It's good for the audio external. Like you can hear the drums crisp. You don't hear any up and down when there's music or sound in the background or whatever. So this is a very good wireless microphone. But I'm clumsy, so I fumbled it when I was trying to clip it on and I dropped it. And it was like it just rolled. And because it's magnetic, it's probably sticking to something metallic, and I don't see it. And I mean, I don't see it. I've been looking for it. I've been looking for it for a half an hour now. Yeah. I've been looking for it for a half an hour now, and I got nothing. But that's okay, because we gonna move on, press on, and make sure that everything goes okay. So, yeah. I do it for the kids. People have used some of y'all may come from this, and this is not even a diss. But people have used their children as a reason or an excuse to stay in negative situations like relationships, marriages, friendships, jobs. Well, if I didn't have kids, I wouldn't keep this job. I wouldn't allow myself to be, to take this abuse. Or they take jobs like, well, I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. How many women do y'all know? Because I've actually known women who have done this, strippers. And saying that the only reason that they're stripping at night, leaving their children with the grandparents or their aunties or somebody at night while they went out and, took their clothes off and let men feel on them for money, is because they had kids. And that was a good paying job that they weren't able to find anywhere else with their level of education. So, when you see like those Lifetime movie network movies and they talking about she just worked part-time as a stripper to get herself through school. No, that's bullshit. I to be honest with you, I don't know a stripper, and I've known a few. I've never met one that was paying their way through school with no stripper money. They was using money for the cocaine, for the drinks, for the Gucci bag, the Louis bag, the crab legs, and to make some money to feed their daughter. So I do it for the kids. I do it for the kids. Now, I don't know about you, but I would never do a job that I wouldn't want my kids to do. Let me explain to y'all what I mean. I would never do a job that I would have to hide from my kids. Like if I have a job that I have to keep secret and I'm not like a CIA agent or undercover FBI, then I'm not doing it. That's me. That's why I've never sold drugs. It doesn't make me better than anybody else. And I'm not trying to get on no self-righteous shit. But I never sold drugs because I want to be able to tell my kids, no, it's not okay for you to sell drugs because daddy didn't sell drugs. No, it's not okay for you to sell your ass because mommy didn't sell her ass. I want to make sure that I can say that without a doubt. Now, have I ever worked for minimum wage? Mm-hmm. Have I ever worked for less money than I wish I was making? Mm-hmm. Have I ever done some things in a line of work that I didn't approve of or didn't like or didn't think was okay? Mm-hmm. But did they have to be secret things? Mm-mm. No. But that's me. I can't expect my story to be everybody else's, or even anybody else's story. So that's what we're talking about tonight. That's what we're talking about tonight on the Daily Go Getterism Show. I do it for the kids. The do it for the kids excuse. So people using the fact that they have children, mouths to feed, babies to raise, as their excuse for doing some look shit. They out here doing that look shit. You know what I mean? You know? I see Señorita Ramirez, a Señorita Ramirez, a Señorita Ramirez, a Señorita. What's going on, Señorita Ramirez? ¿Cómo estás, Señorita? ¿Cómo estás? And my brother Time. What up, my brother Time? What's good? Jeff Sprayberry all up in the house. What's up? What up? Good to see me, all y'all. All y'all. Tommy says, are those drums? Could be. But that's what we're talking about tonight. So let's get into it and get involved. These puzzle pieces right now we gonna solve. Let's get into it and get involved. These puzzle pieces right right now. We gonna solve. Levels is good. 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 Levels. Yeah. Get into it and get involved. These puzzle pieces right now, we gonna solve, y'all. Get into it, get involved. These puzzle pieces right now, we gonna solve, y'all. Get into it and get involved, yo. Do it for the love. Make sure that it fits like a glove. Yeah, above duty, over and above. Yo, Call of Duty 8. What we gonna do to make sure this shit is straight? Yo, GT6. You getting into the mix. This is be a very good year as far as legacy games. You under here? Yo, get it right. Let's make sure that we make it game tight. Do it for the babies, do it for the kids. Make sure that, but when we did, keep it clean, keep it clean, keep it clean, keep it, yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Well, besides the technical difficulties and whatever else may go wrong, could go wrong, possibly break down out here. I don't know. I'm still looking for this thing. This is going to plague me for a while. It is. This is going to bug me. But it's going to be all right. Everything is going to be all right. We do this thing. We do it each and every night on the weekdays. And on the weekends, we make a couple of dollars, a couple of ends, send the kids to school, make sure they go, and make sure that they get into the gangster's flow. And when I say that gangster, I mean the gangster of success and not that shit, the Bloods and the Crips, the mess, not the red and the blue. That's not what we do. But I'm going to make sure that we regulate and come through. And that's for me and you. It's you and I. Yo, we from the Bed-Stuy, bed do or die, GT. All right. So, okay. So that's how it's going down. That's how it's going down. All right. Jeff says, I have been on Forza lately. I told you, check your belt book. I did. No. When I dropped it, I saw it hit the floor. But the shit just rolled. And how far could it go? My shoes don't have any metal on them. So that's out. I don't know, man. I don't even want to get back. I don't even want to get into it again. I'm just going to have to eat that. I'm just have to eat that. Yeah, I am. I'm just going to have to. It's something I'm going to have to deal with. It really is. Hold on. Speaking of something, I'm unprepared in other ways. Huh? I don't have no water. I got my other drink, but I don't feel like it's significant. I don't. So let me give me some agua. Give me some agua up in this one. The agua pumping. Okay. All right. This shit is gonna have me low key looking for it for the rest of the night, which is okay, I guess. Hold on. The seat don't feel right. Is that right? All right. So I do it for the kids. The excuse. Who do you know? Who in your life uses their kids as an excuse to do some bullshit, some fuck shit, some corny, you know, we all have a relative. We all have a relative who either doesn't like to take care of their kids full time. So they give it, if your mother is alive or if their mother is alive, I should say, they're going to pass the children off, pretending to have to go to work all the time. And sometimes they're lying. Sometimes that they're not working all the time. They're just getting the kids out of their lives so they can do some bullshit. Hopefully, it's not the bullshit that has those far-reaching consequences like drugs and shit. You leaving your kids with your mom or your sister or your brother or who will ever hold it down for you under the guise of going to work, working late and all of this kind of shit. And you laying up with some nigga. Laying up, getting high, getting smutted out. Wait a minute. How are you totally single and you work all the time, but you pop up pregnant? How does that work? How does that work? What's up? That's what's up. Ask, what's the emblem? It's a sun. Are you talking about in the background or you can barely see this? But they're both suns. If you so if you get closer, you see that's like mother of pearl in the back, and it's sterling silver. It's silver. So I messed up, and I was cleaning it, and I left it in the cleaning solution for like an hour, and it said when I read the directions after it was too late, it said don't leave in the cleaning solution for longer than 10 seconds. I swear. I can't make this up. That shit said do not leave in that bitch for longer than 10 seconds. Well, I certainly got that wrong. Messed up all the way with that. I got that. I totally goofed. 10 seconds. It said no longer than 10 seconds. And if it doesn't clean it all the way, then rinse it off thoroughly and then do another 10 seconds. Tops. I left it in and I did all my silver. It was all fucked up. So if you watch previous shows when I have this, you can really see it. It burnt out everything. I was like, what's in that shit? So all the silver that I wear was like, you tried to drown us, Daddy. You tried to drown us. Just said no life without the sun. Whew. I'm telling you, just read the directions. Let that be a lesson to y'all. See, I fuck up on certain kind of things. You said at least your neck ain't green. Yeah, well, it's real silver. But, because silver has these, what's the word? It has something in it that you should never. I tried to clean it. I tried to clean them with bleach, and I was doing bad out here. I was doing bad. Garbdean said the OCD would not leave you alone. Man, this is crazy. Tom says, I believe you, Ray. I believe the cat got you now. How sneaky those little devils. Nah, she cool. You know what I mean? What's the emblem? Facts. Yeah, in the back. Any significance for it? Well, the sun gives life. I mean, just like my man Jeff said, without the sun, there is no warmth, there is no light, there's nothing. So, but from my teachings, the sun means the Father. So my name is Sun 752. It means God, power, wisdom. 7, God, 5, power, 2, wisdom. He said there's no white girls getting a tan. I don't know. I know some white girls that get a tan. I ain't here to get into all of that. We're not doing that tonight. Not tonight. Not tonight. I already lost a microphone. Or should I say I misplaced it? I misplaced it. If y'all were here in the very beginning of the show, I had it plugged in and I was trying to get down on the floor to see if y'all could like track it. It wasn't working out very well. It wasn't working out very well at all. Not at all. Not at all. How was y'all weekend, man? How was everybody's weekend? I hope everybody's weekend was good. It was prosperous. Shout out to any and everybody who works on the weekend. Shout out to any and everybody who works on the weekend. Now my allergies want to act a fool. And you know what? I think I know what it is. I think I know why. Because I was on that floor and there's fur deep embedded in the carpet from my cat. And I'm actually allergic to cat. But I don't give a shit because I love animals, particularly cats and dogs. Only reason I don't have a dog is because when you go out of town, you have to have somebody watch your dog or you have to take the dog. And that's not always an option. I don't mind walking a dog or anything like that because I love to walk. But yeah. Yeah, that's the reason I don't have a dog. It's the reason I don't have a pooch. All right. You know what? You right, Jeff. Let's do that. I feel like I need to get rid of some evil spirits. Yeah. Let me get rid of some evil spirits. You know what I'm saying? Let me let me see. Jeff gave me the idea, and I think he's right. Let me ward off these evil spirits. Evil. Hold on. Where are my people at? Let me see. Oh, goodness gracious. I swear, shit is weird tonight. It's weird. All right, let's go. All right, let's go. Yeah. Let's get it out. The anthem ain't been played in a couple of weeks, and that's why you hear what I speak.
Please stop fucking with me.
Please do it for me.
Please stop fucking with me.
Come on, baby.
Please stop fucking with me.
Evil spirits now.
Please stop fucking with me. Please stop fucking with me.
Please stop fucking with me.
Please stop.
Thank you, Jeff. Yo.
Please stop fucking with me.
Stop it.
Please
Cut it out. Yo,
fucking
summer
with
26 anthem, baby.
me. Please stop fucking with me.
Yo, begging ass family members.
Please stop fucking with me.
Crazy ass youth in the streets.
Please stop fucking with me.
Road rage people in traffic.
Please stop fucking with
Yo,
me.
overbearing managers,
Please
supervisors.
stop fucking with me.
Oh my God, nosy ass neighbors.
Please stop fucking with me.
Leave me alone, baby.
Please stop fucking with me.
I don't know how much longer I can put up with this shit.
Please stop fucking with me.
Yo, you're corny and you're illegit.
Please,
Please, please, please, please, please.
Please stop fucking with me. Please stop fucking with me. Please stop fucking with me.
Leave me alone, God damn it.
Please stop fucking with me.
Yeah.
Hope you are
Done fucking with me. All right. I don't know about you, but I feel better now. I feel better. I feel more equipped. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. I wasn't thinking straight. I needed evil spirits, would-be attackers, assailants, unknown assailants to stop fucking with me. Por favor, stop fucking with me. Woo! I tell you, sometimes you need to get reminded. You need to get reminded. Okay. Some of the man, what in the hell? What the hell? What in the hell? What? Yo. First of all, nobody's going to tell me that my song ain't dope. You're not going to tell. Play it again. Matter of fact. Nah, hold on. Let me do it live. Oh shit. I tell you, man. They don't want me to live tonight. They don't want me to live tonight, y'all. But we gonna live. We're gonna live on. Let me get it together. Hold on. We're gonna play it live. We're gonna play it live. We can do it. Carmelo. Take a nap in PC in 10 minutes. I don't know what to tell you. Hold your head, young boy. Hold your head. That's all I can say. Okay. All right, y'all ready? We're gonna play it live. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Please stop fucking with me. 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 All right, so we good? Please stop fucking fucking with me. Please stop fucking with me. Please stop fucking with me. Stop fucking with me. Please stop fucking with me. All right, let's go. All right. I guess I needed to get warmed up. I wasn't in my warm-up suit. but I'm all right now. Now we can get into the topic for real. Let's get into it. So tonight we're talking about the excuses that people make on the basis of their kids. The excuses that people make on the basis of their kids in order to keep doing the bullshit that they do. To keep engaging in the messiness that they are participants in. Who do y'all know who does this? Who do you know who uses their kids or the fact that their kids need things in order to do some bullshit? Now, it doesn't always have to be negative, because there are really people who love their kids so much and who want so much better for their kids than they may have had, that they may stay at a job that pays well, or they may work all the time, 2 and 3 jobs, in order to feed their kids, or in order to send their children to private schools, further their education, or afford recreational or cultural activities for them that they may not have been able to afford for themselves when they were young. So a lot of parents will work tirelessly in order to have better things for their kids. But some people do it to the point where, let's say they already make a really good 6-figure salary, and they're still working day and night. And their reasoning for it is, I got to do it for my babies. They need things. Well, what's the point in them having things, but they don't have you because you don't have any time for them? Because all you do is work. How does that work? So it's not always totally negative, but it's still a reason that people use. The whole children angle is an excuse that people might use in order to keep doing something that might not even be healthy for them. Now I don't mind a good hard day's work, but I mean that in the 8 to 10 hour sense. Anything over that, you really are sacrificing your time and your body to something or an entity or a company, or really somebody who probably doesn't appreciate you. Let me ask y'all this, please. Anybody who is in the comments, please put honest answers in the comments. How many of you work at a job that you really believe cares about you? Just be honest. We don't have to know where you work. We don't have to even know what you do for a living. But how many of you work for a job, whether you work for a company, whether you work for a person? How many of you work at a place where you honestly believe that they care about you? Now, I'm not saying that they don't, because you may honestly feel like they do. But please let me know if you work in a place where you genuinely believe that they care about you. I can say that I've never had a job where I felt like they gave a fuck about me. Now, as far as they were concerned, as long as I was doing their bidding, yeah, they cared. They acted like they cared. But as soon as I really needed something for myself that they may have had to make a sacrifice or change up something or make a provision for, I found out whether they cared about me or not. If you really think that your job cares for you, Ask them for a raise. And they'll let you know exactly how much they care. Because they're not going to, one thing is for sure, they're going to evaluate how much you have done for them when it comes to giving you some extra money. The answer may straight up be no. No, we can't do that. Teddy Owen says the world don't give a fuck for real, for real. That's true. But when it comes to you, the employee, they want to make sure that you give a fuck about that company, and you better display that. If you let your bosses know that you're only there for the money and you're only coming there to collect a check, no matter how good of a job you do, they're gonna look at you a certain kind of way. They really are. Because they figure if you're only there for the money, you're gonna start stealing, or you're gonna start not giving as much of yourself as they think that they should be paying you for. Trinity Ivy Moon says, they care because I'm a stay-at-home mom. Well, sometimes children act like they don't give a shit about you. Now, I'm glad that yours, definitely care about you, but just sometimes when children start getting into that teenage area and they start feeling themselves, they may act like they don't give a shit about you. May not be all the way true. It may be some growing pains that they're going through. When you have to discipline them, and I don't mean like whooping them or anything, but disciplining them. In other words, making them follow rules. Kids don't always want to follow rules, and if you've treated them really well and spoiled them, sometimes they could turn on you, or at least make you feel that way. You said we union talk my shit. Okay, I called in Saturday, missed double time, still mad. Okay, all right, I hear you. Shout out to all of the unions, local this, local that. Teddy asked, who shaped you up though? I shaped myself up. I don't go to a barbershop. Listen, when the hair left, barber got fired. As a matter of fact, if you go on my channel, I actually have a video showing you how I shaped myself up. The mustache, the beard. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Matter of fact, I shaped it up today. So if I look extra lined up and extra, I do it every other day. In my mind, on the day I don't shape it up, I'll be like, oh man, I'm scruffy. It looked like the day before. It's only 2 days. I do it every other day. The last time I shaped myself up was Saturday. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a long time ago. And I never miss a day. I never miss a day. So yeah, man. I do it for the kids as an excuse. Earlier in the show, and I want to thank all of y'all for coming through. Please do me one little solid while I have y'all attention. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. You know what I mean? It helps out the channel. The channel needs help. I'm not too proud to ask for help. I'm humble enough to humbly ask of you. Please hit the fucking like button. Thank you. I'd appreciate it. I'm not going to try to sell you anything. I promise not to ask you for any money. All I need are likes. Maria says, we can't give them everything they want. They have to earn what they want. That's true. And because we have to lay the law down and make them earn certain things or make them follow certain rules, sometimes we're not popular as parents. And kids can, depending on the kids, some of them can get real stinky. They can get real stinky and extremely negative and act like they might be going through that little phase. Like they don't like their parents. They don't want their parents in their business. Shit like that. Like, you little motherfucker. Oh, we've sacrificed. You know how much money I would have if it wasn't for you? Do you know how much I would have if it wasn't for you? Me and your mother could be on vacation, or we could actually be on good terms right now if it wasn't for you. You. But it's all good. Tom says, once again, your job don't give two shits about you, and that's why you should always go to work, not to make friends. Well, that's what I say, Tom. But everybody, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with making friends with your coworkers, but just understand that y'all didn't know each other before this job. And there's a good chance that when you're no longer at the job, they will forget about you just like they never knew you when you leave. It's not always that way, but it can be that way. Just know that it's a possibility. But when your kids, when you do have children, and if you care about your children, if you really care about your kids, you're going to bust your ass and try to, stack that paper so that they can have the things that they need. So that you can buy them the things that they want and need. I mean, who doesn't love the smiles on their kids' faces when they get something that they really wanted? Or when they get something that you really wanted for them. You may have surprised them because you sometimes in your age and your wisdom, you can want things for your kids that they don't understand. A great education, talent, skill. You may coach your kids or show them how to do something that they may have not seen the value in. And when you get them to the point where they can really see what a gift it was that you've given to them, there aren't too many things in this world that's more fulfilling than appreciative kids. But sometimes you got to wait for that. That doesn't always drop right in your lap. Woo! Green bean? I don't know. I wasn't a fan. People on this platform don't cry for people like who you're talking about. We don't cry for those kinds of people. They have family and followers who do that. Not here. I didn't shed one tear. It's a shame what happened to him. Kinda. Anyway, Tom says, the excuse I hear all the time being a good service directory, my daughter, service director, my daughter is sick. I can't make it in today. My question is, so you going to make it in tomorrow? Now I'm saying to myself, lies. Yeah, I know what you did and didn't ask, Green Bean. I answered it the best way I could. I'm trying to keep from saying the name. Like I said, I wasn't a fan. Most people on this platform are not fans of the person that you're talking about. Like I said, let his family and his followers worry about him. Not me. Jan, wait a minute. What's that? Damn. Jan Jan Hummel. Yeah. Jan Hummel. Homelainen? I'm probably messing your name up. I'm almost sure that I am. Please charge it to my head, not my heart. Charge it to my head, not my heart. I mean no harm whatsoever. Whatsoever, sir or ma'am. But yeah, the do it for the kids excuse. The do it for the kids. How many parents do you know that have stayed in marriages that were loveless, relationships that were loveless, boundless, hopeless, helpless, because they said they were doing it for the kids. They wanted the kids to have a 2-parent family. So people may have stayed in an abusive situation. And don't get me wrong, because not all abuse is physical. And all emotional abuse isn't inflicted. All emotional abuse isn't inflicted by somebody else. You can be in an emotionally abusive situation just because your emotions for somebody are all negative. Like you don't love somebody, but you're sticking there with them and you're abusing yourself. You're hurting yourself for the benefit that you say of the kids. You're convincing yourself that you're staying in this relationship, this tired situation because you love your children. And that may be what's going on, but you are inflicting abuse on yourself. Who do you blame for that? Of course, we're not going to blame the kids. That's for sure. Maria says, no way do we like that man. It said what happened, said what happened to him. But ask Orange Man in the White House that question. You saying what I wanted to say. Well, you saying what I was thinking and what I was trying not to say. Let me see. Tom says, I'm definitely not a fan. And let's be honest, what are fans of Martin Luther King when he died on Malcolm X when he died, or Malcolm X when he died? Stop fighting me. What about Medgar Evers when he died? Or Bobby Seale? Green says, if you're live, your life of emotions, you can easily be manipulated because if I know how you're going to react and then I can control you. You can think that you can control me because you know how I'm going to react. But the same way that you can know how somebody else is going to react, I can know how you're going to act. And in that way, I can counter control you. You know, control is not always a one-way street. Control is not always a one-way street. So just because you think you have the drop on somebody or you have the scouting report on somebody, it doesn't always work that way. It really doesn't. And it's funny because people look at the word control like a negative thing. Like, I got mind control over you, Debo. Fuck out of here. You know what one thing that people forget about controlling something? They forget that to control somebody, you have to always be there on the control. Like if I have a remote control on you, the only way I can control you is if I have the remote. Once I put the remote down, I don't have control anymore. Bryce, what's good? How you been, my dude? Good to see you. It's been a minute. Robinson about to get a hung jury. Anthony got 35 years. He said, yeah, but no one is going to tell you that you mean you've, because you wrote your. Nobody's going to tell you that. Or do you mean that you're being manipulated? You got to work on your grammar a little bit there. You're talking about emotions, man. Listen, man. I don't know. Listen, I don't spend my time trying to control anybody. I live free and die hard. I live free and die hard. I ain't got time for that shit. And I don't know who in life thinks that they control me. Good luck with that. Good luck. And control is a full-time job with a lot of overtime that you don't get paid for. Thank you, Tom. Please stop. Do we need to? Because I don't think he was here. I don't think he was. I mean, are we going to have to do this shit all night? Fuck it. Let's run it. Let's run it. Oh, let's bring it back. Let's go. What? Yeah. People think they got control. They really think that they got a hold.
Please stop fucking.
Must be out of your goddamn mind.
Please stop.
Craziest shit for people think that they can find.
Please stop fucking.
I suggest you go for yours because I'm going for mine.
Please stop.
Just like my brother in the chat, I'ma tell you one time.
Please stop fucking with me.
Baby mamas, baby dads, what?
Please stop fucking with me.
Managers, supervisors, who?
Please stop fucking with me.
Nosy neighbors next door, what?
Please stop fucking with me.
It's the 2026 anthem.
Please stop fucking with
Don't be
me.
rude when you give me my food.
Please stop fucking with me.
It's gonna have an effect on your tip, dude.
Please stop fucking with me.
Yo, people road rage in the streets, traffic and shit. I don't understand. The shit ain't legit. I start breaking it. Yo, all this disrespect, no way I'm taking it. I'm shaking it just like a bag. Y'all niggas want to be down with the program, but there's no swag. I make it right. Always make sure that my game tight. I'm hyped when I see people trying to help. Yo, I'm like a dog and I'm barking. Like, yo, whoa, take it down, bring it back up. Yo, drink my shit down. You see that cup?
Please stop fucking with me.
What?
Please stop fucking with me.
Everything is gonna be all right.
Please
Everything is gonna be all right.
fucking with me.
Word.
Please stop fucking with me.
I need 6 feet.
Hope you are done fucking with me.
Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to my brother Tom. Reminding me to remind them. Thank you, my brother. Green Bean says, I don't want to control nobody. I'm just saying, man, if you live your life off of how you feel, you will be easily manipulated. The thing is, everybody lives their life off of how they feel, sir. Don't let the internet make you think that having feelings is. If you really don't think that you make decisions based off your feelings, how many times have you done something nice for somebody that gave you the ass to kiss? When somebody totally disrespects you, disregards you, and has absolutely no regard for your feelings or you as a man, if you're a man, because green bean, you could be a woman. But no, because your perspective, I can tell you're a man. So you want to keep treating somebody nice that treats you like shit? You know, that's based off your feelings, sir. You know, I was I was talking to a Trump supporter. And it was a black Trump supporter. I was like, how can you support somebody like that? Like, and she said, it was a female. She said, because I don't give a fuck about feelings. All I care about is about, you know, the money, the economy, and all that. I said, but the man that you elected and that you cape for makes all of his decisions based off his feelings. Every last decision he makes are based on his feelings. He doesn't make any decisions that are just professional, business-like, and grounded in logic. It's all, he even says it. When people treat me nice, you know, I go to bat for them. So what happens when people treat him mean? Or when they don't treat him like they really like him? Or when they totally take their feelings out of it? What happens then? Yeah. Having feelings is fine. Just don't move off of them. You're living in a dream world, sir. If I was you, I would adopt a more logical way of breaking it down. I would say, don't make all of your decisions based on how you feel. But to think that you don't make any decisions based on how you feel is, I think it's incorrect. Carp Diem says, he went to war with Iran based on his feelings. That's a fact. He doesn't even have the brain power to not admit that shit. It's crazy. And as you can clearly see, he only cares about his own feelings. He don't give a shit about how anybody else feels. This man has literally not done anything for anybody else. At least in his first term, you kind of saw where he was going with it. This term, it's like, damn. So you're going to let everybody else struggle and starve while you work on your little personal pet projects. The East Wing of the White House, and your birthday celebration, and that little fair that they have going, that fucking disaster. That's why I'm glad that I want him to fail at everything. I want him to fail miserably at everything at this point. Because it's the only way. Like, I can't even hope America wins. Nope. No. If it has anything to do with him, I want it to fail miserably. And I want it to fail publicly too. Fuck him. And we were talking about people using their kids as an excuse to do things. Well, that's one thing about him you'll never have to worry about, because you can clearly see that he does not love his kids. He don't give a fuck about them. So you've never heard him say, you know, he don't give a fuck about the youth at all. You don't hear him saying like, yo, for future generations, I want them to have something. I want them to have something that I gave to them so they'll have a chance in the future. You don't know politics well enough to argue and debate? Sure you do. You just sold out. I know that. I know that move you just made. You just sold out. Because you don't have to know that much about politics at all to know what I'm talking about. All you have to do is be an American citizen. Shit, motherfuckers outside of the United States can relate to what I'm talking about. Look at this. My point exactly. I simply ask you a yes or no question, and I'll look at you, bro, emotions. You are definitely an internet troll. Because you're in your emotions as well. Memento says, hola, ¿cómo estás? From DR. Well, ¿cómo está to you? Amigo. Maria says, Charlie was Trump, sir, spreading evil. Look, man, evil to the youth. Cody says, I can thank MAGA for one thing. I focus all the negative energy into workouts and training. Best shape of my life. Take those feelings and put them somewhere productive. Oh, damn, Mud. Michelle Obama is a man. Oh, yeah? You know, before I get you the fuck out of here, I'm just going to educate you for a little while. See, the problem with this Michelle being a man thing is that she actually grew up as a woman. And, you know, I was trying to figure out the place where this was coming from. You know, like I understand that certain white people are so mad about Obama being the first black president and Michelle being the first black first lady. And you know what really makes that type of white person angry is the fact that they were totally qualified or overqualified for their position. But there are pictures of Michelle as a little girl. Like she grew up on the south side of Chicago. People know her. They remember her. They have pictures of her. They played rope with her. You know, like she went to Princeton and Harvard. And for anybody, let's say you think Michelle has masculine features. You ever take a good look at Melania? Oh, hold on. Caller with the last numbers 4469. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. What's on your mind tonight?
You know what's going on. This is Carpe Diem, bro. How you doing?
All right, let's do it, man. What's up with you? Hold on. Let me get you loud enough up in here. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get you set up right. Let me get you right. Let me make sure I get you loud enough. Okay. All right. Okay, let's go.
You let me know when we're good, man.
We're good.
So, man, I just had to call in. I've heard too much about this Michelle Obama, them calling her a man and all this other stuff. Look, I know you people out there. You have this ingrained racism just exudes from you.
Right.
I know there's a lot of y'all out there that are listening, and frankly, I don't give a fuck. You motherfuckers want to drag Michelle's name through the mud. How about this? Melania Trump got an Einstein visa. How the fuck do you get an Einstein visa for giving head? She ain't do nothing special. She ain't do nothing productive. She was a sex trade model. So before you start throwing stones at other people, you need to take a fucking look in the mirror. Because we getting sick of you motherfuckers. Seriously.
You know something I noticed, my brother, that doesn't always come up in certain conversations. And that's why even the media that seems to be on your side can't be held in any type of real esteem, because you have a president of the United States and then you have a vice president of the United States, and both are married to women
that are immigrants.
I'm like, so nobody's gonna point that shit out, huh?
Yeah, right. It's like the hypocrisy is just off the motherfucking charts. They say, God bless Donald Trump. This motherfucker blasphemes dead popes, portrays himself as Jesus, sells them bootleg Bibles, calls himself the chosen one. He has done every damn thing. Wouldn't even put his hand on the Bible during his inauguration. But yet, God bless Trump. You motherfuckers are a bunch of dumb ass hillbilly hypocrites. You're in a fucking cult. Simple as that. You're in a fucking cult.
I mean, it's amazing to me. But see, because these motherfuckers are stationary targets. That's why I don't understand. They're trying to shoot moving targets. You know what I mean? They are sitting ducks.
The level of ignorance with these people is astounding. They believed in what I call tinkle down economics for the last 50 years. They were told it was going to rain money from the top down. All the while, they were getting pissed on. They voted against collective bargaining. They voted against unions. They voted against, social safety nets that were there to protect them. All because they thought that some person of color was going to get it. And newsflash, welfare has been around since the 1930s. And people of color weren't even eligible for it until the late 1960s. So if you want to talk about welfare kings and queens, take another look in the mirror.
Well, how about this one? How about welfare wouldn't exist if they weren't the majority of the people on it?
Exactly.
It would have been gone a long time ago. See, they make black and brown people the face of welfare. But it's just like an artist is out there on stage performing his art, but who's really getting paid in the back?
Exactly, man. It has all been intentional. All you got to do is, and none of these motherfuckers read. They don't do any research. They don't know about, going to the Library of Congress. They don't go to Senate.gov, House.gov to actually read a motherfucking bill. No, they just watch Fox News all day, every day, get lied to by this organization that openly admitted in court during its Dominion court case where they lost $787 million. And they admitted in court that no reasonable person would take any of their pundit commentary seriously.
Yeah.
So they have been lied to. Mm-hmm. And they believe all the bullshit because they're gullible and they're stupid and they let their racism get the best of them.
One thing that uneducated black people and uneducated white people have in common is this. Neither one of them know their history. Black people think that they have a history that they should be ashamed of. And white people, uneducated white people, think that they have a history that they should be proud of. They're both wrong.
They are. You are definitely right, and it's designed that way, and it has been intentionally done to them, and they don't get it because they don't want to verify the information. They don't want to go out and do their research. They go and do a little Google search and get a little AI feedback, and then they proclaim themselves a PhD in whatever little subject they tried to research. You dumb motherfuckers, go out and get into the weeds if you want to find the real truth.
Listen, motherfuckers, one thing that dumb people do is that they call names. I mean, what else? What other defense do you have? Like, you can't outsmart a motherfucker. Nope. You can't out-success a person. You can't outwit them. You can't outdo them, and you can't affect them. So what do? He's gay. Yeah. He's ugly. You know what I mean? Like,
we're gonna argue the facts about, the economy or this or that, the statistical information. No, we're gonna argue based upon, my feelings.
Jeff Epstein's brother openly said, when he wrote that, I wonder if Putin has the video of Trump blowing Bubba. He said that Trump sucked a dick, and Trump didn't sue. Trump sues everybody. He didn't touch that shit. He didn't touch it.
No.
We got a dick.
No, he ain't gonna touch it. He's afraid of discovery. He's afraid of discovery.
He's our first cocksucking president. He's our first openly cocksucking president. I mean, he didn't touch that shit. Like, I was like, look at you. All right, now, slobber.
That was Trump's first taste of the presidency.
Ain't that some shit? So, this is low hanging fruit that we're talking about here. This is easy work. These motherfuckers be grabbing at straws. Like, yeah, Michelle is a man. I'm like, does she sound hurt when you hear her talk? She breaks down facts and logic. Every time that woman speaks, all you hear is intelligence, elegance, and education. That's all you hear. That's all the fuck you hear.
So much of it, though, that the first lady that came after her plagiarized entire motherfucking speeches, word for word, verbatim, that Michelle spoke. And she was too stupid to know that she even stole it from her.
I think she knew. I think she knew. They She
knew, and she was stupid enough to read that damn speech on national TV.
Well, what else?
A real dumbass.
What other speech was she going to read? She's a dummy. What's she going to do? I mean, now here's
the mediocrity, bro. The mediocrity.
The thing is,
it's not, and for me, man, it's not a white or a black thing. For me, it's like an ignorance thing. I got a real disdain for ignorant people because we're down here for a short amount of time. The one thing that I would prefer to go to my grave with is as many facts as possible. That way I know that my morality, my integrity, my way of moving through life was based on something substantive. But these people, they believe whatever the fuck somebody tells them to, and they just go along with it without questioning a goddamn thing.
Hey,
it's
man.
Like, and then they want to wake up in the twilight of their the third trimester of their life and try to figure this shit. I'm like, man, you wasted 6 decades. You big dummy.
Yo, my brother, when you're at work and you have overperformed and your job doesn't want to pay you, when they won't pay you your worth, they'll give you food. Hey, we're gonna have a pizza party. We're gonna feed everybody. That trans shit, the Obama shit, all that's food. Look, we ain't got no money for y'all, but we gonna let y'all feel like y'all superior on this bullshit. Meanwhile, they the pedophiles. Meanwhile, they the sex offenders. Meanwhile,
80, what is it? 36% of the population responsible for 80% of the pedophilia, child molestation, child sexual assault. Yeah, there you go. That's some facts. That's the fact that they can research, but they're afraid to.
No, but they're lazy. You know, if you're taught all your life that you're better than the best of the other person, then you don't feel any need to do any research. You feel like the work has already been done for you. So now you can just listen. I understand. You know, people who are happy, people who are successful, people who have had their dreams fulfilled, they don't have time for this bullshit. They don't. Because they're happy. They have the good stuff in their heart. You can still be racist and be successful and be happy, but you're not going to spend that much energy on it because you realize that's not how you got here. But the motherfuckers that can barely feed their families, and I mean, look at how they talk about immigrants and shit. All right, so y'all wanted all of the immigrants to get deported, right? Okay, so they're
gone now.
All right.
Hey, how did that impact the unemployment? How did that impact unemployment?
Not just everybody should be look. Now that the border is closed and all that old good shit, everybody should be rich, and everybody should be able to afford the home that they live in. How's it going?
Everybody should have a job because the immigrants no longer occupy those jobs, right? That was the story. That was the narrative that was told, that once the immigrants was out, that everybody would have a good paying job. And employers would go ahead and magically raise all their employee wages, and everybody was going to be walking through streets of gold and rivers of milk and honey. Motherfucker, they played y'all. They played y'all like a bunch of fiddles. The divide and conquer is the oldest game plan in the wealthy elite's book. And you motherfuckers keep falling for it over and over and over again. They got you motherfuckers believing that the tax money that you pay is better spent $8 million a day for Elon or up to $1.5 trillion in tax subsidies, subsidizations, damn near pork bill project. 1.5 annually goes to corporations, but you're not entitled to your health care. You're not entitled to, Medicaid, Medicare, lower health care, Medicaid, medical costs, prescription costs. You're not entitled to the tax money that you pay. What kind of fucking sense does that make? And they got you dumbasses believing this shit. God damn. Hate being down here with these dumb motherfuckers.
I'm saying all they got to do is say, Barack Hussein Obama. Have you heard of him? He been killing me with that shit. Have you heard of him? I'm like, so that's your exit. That's your exit ramp anytime you get in a tight spot. So they ask you, yo, you said you were going to be out of Iran in 4 to 6 weeks, and now it's 4 to 6 months.
He like, months, what is it? Months, and what are we at? What is it? 12 billion? I can't even remember. The number keeps changing so damn much.
Well, because of the memorandum, because of the memorandum, they got to give Iran $300 billion.
300 million. 300 million. And where's that money? They saying it's going to
No. Wait a minute. Let's get it right. That's 300 billion.
Billion.
Not million. 300 billion dollars is what you got to give to Iran, and they still got the enriched uranium. How you love that?
And bro, MAGA is cooked. A lot of these folks are cooked. There could have been infrastructure bills for our highways to be upgraded, for mass transportation. No, that money is being spent on ballrooms. It's being spent on golden arches. It's being spent on the Kennedy building, having his name put on the building, and then fucking having it paid to be removed from the fucking building. The tariffs that he employed. Oh, the Supreme Court found out that was illegal too, because he just did it with an executive order, because he's just such a dumbass. He thinks he can get away with whatever he signs. Now we have to pay all that money back, and that money came more or less from the people who were buying the product, and the money that's going back is going back to the corporation, not the people who overpaid. The fuck are y'all winning?
Excuse me, sir. You forgot about the reflecting pool.
Jesus Christ. Okay. This motherfucker went and spent all this money on the reflecting pool, and you know what the first fucking thing he did? He took a presidential motorcade and drove through the reflecting pool before the motherfucking paint was actually dry, and wonder why it's tearing in 350 feet of layers peeling off of it. You have got to be out of your goddamn mind to believe this motherfucker is competent in any way.
Listen, hey, they wanted him. I mean, that's their guy. I mean, he's gonna bring Christmas back. You can say Merry Christmas now.
This motherfucker has sold them hats, shoes, flags. He's given them all the merch, and a bunch of fucking lies, and they still have their heads so far up his ass they cannot see the light of day. I am, nigga, put me on planet. If there was a ticket to go to Planet Vulcan, my ass would be there.
Hey, I mean, this is at least you can see it, because the problem comes when you can't see it, and when you can't see it, you can't talk about it because you can't analyze it. So it's like going through life with your blinders on, and somebody telling you that somebody is all powerful, all omnipotent, and you know, and just a really, really great person. I mean, now
I almost admire people who are blissfully ignorant. Almost.
Hey, I know it's easier than the way we have to feel. It's easier than the way we have to think. Look, you running around here verifying everything, fact checking everything, trying to make sure that you can back up what you say and try to validate your feelings. Your life is hard. They just like Obama.
It's like, you know, I actually go out of my way sometimes to research a counter, whatever it is that I believe. I don't want pieces of the puzzle. I want the whole fucking picture. So even if there's something that I agree with and I want to agree with, I will go out and research the counter narrative just so that I get both sides, the complete picture of the entire fucking story, just so I know that I'm not being led by my unconscious biases. And I have changed my mind on some things based upon doing that, having a healthy mindset. But these motherfuckers just keep going down the same rabbit hole, deeper and deeper and deeper. It's like looking at somebody who's digging a hole for themselves, and they're looking up and saying, "Please stop me," as they keep on fucking digging. It's like, I can't help you. Put down a fucking shovel.
And look, all they have to hear is trans Obama, trans Obama, trans Obama,
well,
trans Obama.
That heterosexual men are the main proponents of sexual assault against children across the world. So let's just be honest.
So-called heterosexual men. So-called
heterosexual. I mean, bro.
By definition, they're heterosexual. But you know, I question it.
You're right about that. That's fair. Yeah. That's fair because they call themselves heterosexual because of societal standards that they put on themselves, but more or less they closeted. They just don't want to admit it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I had an argument a long time ago about like scout leaders and coaches and stuff like that abusing young boys. I was like, well, and I was told that they were pedophiles but not homosexuals. I was like,
how is that possible?
You should have seen the look on my face. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you can't. So you can only be one or the other. You can't be both. So you can only be gay if it's somebody in your age frame. But if it's somebody younger than you,
I trust the openly gay ones over. I trust some of these ones that pretend to be holier than thou.
I swear, boy. I swear. But like you said, man, you know, the ignorance is bliss. They don't have. I mean, they are impenetrable to facts and logic. You know, they don't have to deal in all that kind of stuff because they are around a bunch of other people in their cult, and they make each other feel good while none of them get anywhere in life, while they don't have any money and all that kind of shit. There's nobody who's making a decent salary or living a good life that's blaming immigrants for anything. Because it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up.
You're right about
you know, they're talking about all the immigrants taking all the jobs, and it's funny how the blue collar workers are the ones believing this bullshit. But it looks to me like it should be the nurses and the doctors and the lawyers that should be the ones bitching, because they are definitely infiltrating those good white collar industries.
Yeah, well, I mean, this has happened. This ain't the first time this has happened in this country, man. They did it, in the 1930s. They had, Operation Wetback, the Mexican American Repatriation Act, back when post World War One. When we had a whole bunch of folks from the Eastern Bloc coming over, when we had a lot of folks from Russia and Germany and Poland and Romania and Greece and Italy, and there is a lot. If people want to do the research, there's a lot of racist stuff that was going on towards Eastern Europeans in the early 1930s.
Well,
a lot.
Well, always remember that we were the ones who got it started because slavery was free labor, but those uneducated cowboys and field hands and the workers who worked with their hands, they didn't blame the slave owners for the free labor for taking their jobs with free labor. They blamed the slaves.
Yes, they did.
See, that's the way ignorance worked. So black people, black slaves were the first ones to get blamed for being enslaved, taking jobs. I mean, when you think about the asininity of it, you know what I mean? But that's where it started. So we were the first ones to get blamed for our condition. And then once we were freed, we still had the skills. So we were blamed again as freemen. And then
and locked up and incarcerated.
Yeah.
Thank you, 14th Amendment.
So the thing about the European immigrants that came in and took jobs is that they saw the benefit of lumping everybody into being white.
Yep.
They saw as long as we against them, all right, I'll put up with the Irish Catholicism. I'll put up with the Polish Jewish. I'll do all of that as long as at the end of the day, the dark man will always be oppressed more than anybody else because somebody got to do it. That
takes me into that preconceived notion of American exceptionalism. What makes you so exceptional? Oh, because we're better than everybody else. And American exceptionalism ain't nothing but another shade of racism, white superiority. That's all it is. You're part of the exclusive crew. So you're better than everybody else. Well, them over there.
Unfortunately, the damage that Trump is doing to this company, this country, it is a company too. But this is irreparable damage. You're not going to be able to reverse this back.
No, because people are going to think that somebody can fix this in one or two more election cycles. This shit is going to take decades to fix.
It's never going to be the same again because now you have shown other people how to use the alternative instead of the United States. He has fucked this up for good.
Yeah, he has. This is the fall of Rome. Last day, bro.
Now we may not go down all the way in our lifetime, but we will never have that status as before. That's a wrap.
Because he's isolated us militarily. He's isolated us politically. He's isolated us diplomatically. He's isolated us with trade wars from our closest North American allies. He's isolated us in all other kinds of ways by belittling, people's sovereignty, talking about I'm going to take over Greenland and Canada is just, that's just the governor over there. They don't have their own prime minister and the UK, we like you, but we don't need you. It's like, bro, you don't know how to negotiate. You don't know how to be a diplomat. You are lacking fundamentally in the skills needed to have the leadership required to run a fucking country. You couldn't run a fucking McDonald's, bro.
Well, he broke casinos. So yes, he couldn't run a McDonald's. and he couldn't run a casino. How do you bankrupt? Because 3 casinos in one area. How? The Trump Taj Mahal,
confident.
the
In
castle.
confidence, but they'll say, they'll say shit like, he doesn't take a salary. He donates his entire salary. You goofy, gullible motherfucker. Do you know he's doing insider trader on a level that even Nancy would be embarrassed of?
I'm like, yo, like when people bring that shit up, I'm like, you are a dumb motherfucker. Do you think that you think you don't see through that?
No, they don't, man. They don't, and it's because they don't want to see it. That's the reason why you start doing fact checks when you're in the chat and you go into other people's lives. You start bringing up certain shit that they cannot defend. Them motherfuckers flee like raid from roaches.
Yeah.
Because they can't stand it. Because it's just like, I got no way to defend this. I don't want to hear this. This is making me uncomfortable. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Well, they get a little upset when you bog them down with facts. Because
my fault is them motherfuckers stupid. Learn how to read, nigga.
Of course it's not your fault. But that's what really pisses them off because your logic and all of that, it's like, you're not playing fair because they really want to win on their feelings.
That's exactly what it is.
And Trump gives them the opportunity to do that. Now, what I don't understand is what the black Trump supporters are getting out of this shit. I'm like, so
man, don't get me started on Coons and Sambos. I done seen what is it, Officer Tatum, and I done seen another Candace wannabe lookalike today. I done had enough of them motherfuckers. I know why he started with the house Negroes first.
Right. Wait, is it true? Is it true the Hodge twins aren't Trumpers anymore?
I don't know, man. I don't keep going. I try to avoid them because some of that stuff triggers me.
I know.
Because it's like all the people on the goddamn people on the planet that would not demonize people like MLK and Malcolm and Medgar. I was watching one today, and they called Martin Luther. It was Officer Tatum. He called Martin Luther King a demon Marxist commie socialist, and I was just like, wait a minute, this motherfucker married to a white woman. If it wasn't for people like Martin Luther King who were proponents of peace and integration, they would have put a noose around your motherfucking neck, tied you to the back of a pickup truck, and drug your ass like they did, what's his name, Willie Byrd or Joe Byrd in 1998 down the street until your motherfucking body parts fell apart.
Uh-huh.
So you got the nerve to piss on the people who laid the foundation to put you where you are? Have you lost your motherfucking mind?
Yes, they have. Funny you should bring it up. Yes, they have lost their fucking mind. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's going down. It's going down, and it is funny because this show wasn't supposed to be about that tonight. But I know
it wasn't, man. And I tuned in. I tuned into your show more or less to get away from the doom scrolling.
Yeah.
To get away from, because you be bringing off some offhand topics. I'm like, oh yeah, that's interesting. Let me just sit here and listen in. But it's when you got somebody like Trump leading the country, and he's making fun of the Pope, he's making fun of crippled people, he's doing AI videos of him shitting on protesters and blowing up cities. When it's permeating from the top like that, everybody's going to be impacted by it. And they call him a peace president. It's like, bro, you motherfuckers don't understand the pot that you're stirring around here.
Yeah.
Because there are people that want to react, that want to do harm, and for every action, there's going to be an opposite and equal reaction on the opposite side of the spectrum. That's just the way the universe works. The universe loves balance. So before you start poking the bear, know what those consequences are.
Yeah. You know, it's going to get worse before it gets better. That's the crazy part. Because, like I said, there is no there's no band-aid to put on this. This is
these are the growing pains. I mean, I think the universe lets things happen for a reason. Everything has to happen. Sometimes things have to be negative in order for them to turn out positive. I get that, but yeah, it's gonna get a lot worse because this racism thing is not going to go away without some real unfortunalities before it decides to change its ways.
Yeah,
and it may never go away.
Yeah, well, racism will never fully go away. That's the bedrock of this country. However, it's going to get worse than what racism could do to it, because one of the things that was fueling the racism was the money, and once the money starts being taken away, that racism, it doesn't stand up very well. There's a difference between being racist and practicing racism.
That's true. That's true.
The people with the money practice racism because it's all systemic. Those rednecks and those hillbillies and they're racist, but they don't have no power. You know what I mean? They're equal to the people or even lower than the people that they hate. They don't even know the reason that they don't like them. They just have been taught that way.
They've been taught that way, and that the lack of transparency and not only American history, but a lot of history for the last, I say the last 500 years, has left people with a skewed representation of what actually really happened around the world globally. Because all we've gotten are narratives,
right,
and lies.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you start digging into the weeds and you start doing your own research and you start looking, what's the Belfort Accord? What's what's all this about? What actually happened in Nigeria? Were there actually African slave masters? When you start reading into a lot of things, it starts to open up doors, and you start to put the puzzle pieces together, and it gives you a better understanding of the world that you actually live in. Unfortunately, that information has been kept from them, mm-hmm. and so they've got the skewed version of reality where they've told that your man is Prince Charming and you're a princess and everything's supposed to be working out fine for you and you'll never have any struggles and everything's going to just work out easy for you. And like you were saying earlier, what that does is that takes away a person's motivation because they already feel like I'm already good enough because I'm standing on the bricks of my ancestors. Yep. I don't have to work hard. I don't have to compete. But if I see somebody with more than me, they must have got it through some nefarious means. Mm-hmm. They must be on government welfare and selling drugs and doing this and doing that. And it's like, well, it ain't that. It's a lot more serious than that. But you refuse to look at what it is for what it really is because you believe a bullshit narrative that you've been told since you were born.
When Obama was president, talking about him and Biden. One thing about both of their administrations is that they were trying to make education costs easier. They were trying to, relax loan debt and things like that so people could go to school. And I remember Mark Rubio. No, it wasn't Rubio. It was. I'm going to insert Rubio, but it wasn't him. What was the name of that other guy who was running before and Trump got him about it? You don't even hear about him anymore.
You're talking about it wasn't Jeb Bush. It was I think you'd be talking about the governor of Florida right now.
No, it wasn't DeSantis. This guy was a senator. And what he said was what a snob. I said, what an entire fuck. So he's trying to make it easier for people to go to college so they can get better jobs and make their life easier. He said, What a snob. I said, what the
Man,
fuck are you
they want to keep people ignorant on purpose, man, because once you start to see the way that this system is really designed and how it really works, you start to see that my neighbor ain't my enemy. That is, no matter what color they are, my enemy is not the brown person or the white person or the red person or the yellow person. You start to look up and say, oh, you're the motherfucker that's been flipping crumbs off of the table and having us fight like it's Hunger Games down here. I see what the fuck is going on.
Right.
I see what's up.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, when I hear certain shit like that, I'm like, wow, damn. And you know, you hear Trump say things like, I love uneducated people. I don't like to be around smart people.
Mm-hmm. Well, smart people don't like me. What the fuck? That was probably the most transparent, honest thing that motherfucker's ever said. Either smart people don't like me. You right, motherfucker. I don't, because I see you for what you are. Goddamn grifter.
He literally said that educated people want to tell all of their stories or whatever. He said, I don't want to hear their stories. I want to tell my own stories. I don't want to hear. And he said it like he was kidding. He wasn't fucking kidding. He was dead serious.
Yeah, he was dead serious, man. But they believed it. He told them during his 2016 run, I could go out and write somebody on Fifth Avenue, and y'all would still love me. It's like, wow, he really knows where to get you folks. He really knows he's got you by the balls, and he can say or do anything, and you will still worship him because he's saying everything that you want to believe. Not what's factual, but what you want to believe.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Bro, I gotta find.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna keep you, man. I didn't mean to try to take over the live or anything, but man,
Nah, you are.
I'm the type of person. I've always been the type of person. If somebody is doing something to somebody that's decent, I'm not just gonna stand by and let that shit happen. I just can't. And dragging Michelle's name through the mud when she's been nothing but decent, I wasn't gonna stand for that.
Mm-hmm.
But much love for you, son. I appreciate you giving me the time on your show. I am humbled by this experience. Thank you very much, sir. Peace to everybody in the live. I'm gonna step down and let somebody else take the call.
All right. I appreciate you calling in, man, all the time. You can always call anytime. I love the fire. Do your thing.
Hey, yes, sir. Thank you.
Have a good night. Man, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me see. Damn, Green Bean, you hanging in there tonight, huh? Okay. So forgive me if I'm wrong, but I've asked a few times and no responses about the Bible. Well, then nobody cares about the Bible right now. I guess if you've asked multiple times and nobody addresses it, I guess they don't feel like that's an important question right now. I guess, but I don't know. This show was supposed to go one way, but sometimes we have to let it go where it's important. And I guess the decision was made externally about what we're going to talk about internally. I'm here for it. Let's do the poll question. The poll question tonight was, what is considered a reasonably good paying salary to you? What is considered a reasonably good paying salary? Now, when I say reasonably good paying salary, I mean like where you could reasonably expect to get paid for doing the job that you do. And I meant straight time. I'm not talking about overtime or whatever. I'm talking about straight time. Because if you have to do a lot of overtime just to make it to $60,000 or $70,000 a year, then that's not a reasonably good salary that you have. You know, overtime can't be factored into your overall salary because that can be taken away from you at any time. All right. So let's go to the answers. 39%, which is the majority, said 50,000 to 75,000 annually. So out of 46 votes, 39% believe that 50,000 to 75,000 annually is a good salary, is a reasonably good salary. Interesting. Okay. All right. 9% said 60,000 to 85,000. Only 9%, huh? 30% said 70,000 to 100,000. That's interesting. So the majority is 50,000 to 75, but then 30% said 70 to 100. And 22% said nothing less than six figures. Okay. This is not a bad balance. I'm a little confused about the only 9% saying 60,000 to 85,000. I may have to do a little research to find out why that number is what it is. Please hit the like button, y'all. Please, if you're enjoying this conversation tonight, and even if you're not, I just ask that you do me one solid. Please hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed, we do this every single day of the week, including holidays, vacation days, PTO. We're here every day. We're here every day. We're not here every night because on the weekends we do our thing in the afternoon. But I want to thank y'all in advance for coming through. So what we're going to do, we have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious June 29th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. We get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. We get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. We get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box, I should say. Hershey Luke, happy birthday to you. And also Tanisha Deborah Heiter Dixon. And the McIntyre Ancestors Reunion. That's my family. And also TTRX, Rhonda Glover, supporter of the show. Faith Walker, Jason Claybrook, Christopher Myers, my man, go-getter Chris Myers. And he's raising money for the Greater Boston Food Bank. And also Vanya Latreya McCrae, Johnson Kim, Frank Ely, Monique O'Neill, Nadira Collier, my brother Carl Holmes, Antoria Norris, Aisha Adams Cash. Last but not least, I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious June 29th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember. Hold on, I want to address. Hold on, let me get to something. Okay, Green Bean kept asking about the Bible. I just want to know why y'all believe everything you read, but you don't believe in the Bible. Are you serious? Have you read any other holy book? Because the Bible is not the only holy book. Have you ever read maybe the Torah? Have you read maybe the Quran? Or do those books not count? First of all, not everybody believes everything that they read. Some people even write things that they don't even believe. But then, the power of the written word is extremely, extremely potent. And they know how powerful it is to other people who read it. Most people who even claim to believe in the Bible haven't read that shit. How many people have read the Bible from cover to cover? Normally, when you know somebody who has actually read the Bible in depth, it seems a little weird to you. Like, it's a lot of repetitive stuff in there. But it's okay. Thank you, Chance. The first rule of the Quran is to read. You said the spoken word is even stronger because you can't easily change it. Yeah, no, I think that the written word is more powerful because you remember it. You remember it better. The times when you listen to the written word, I'm sorry, the spoken word, you can misinterpret what the speaker was talking about. So you can totally get it wrong. It's just like when you listen to a song when you're younger and you think you know all the words to the song. And then when you get older, you either read the words to the song or you find out what the song actually was about versus what you thought you were singing when you were younger. So the spoken word is left up to interpretation, but you can always delve into the written word. Think about it. The written word, you read that silently to yourself and you take time to think about it. You said they work well together for sure, but it's easier for colonialism to change a book than a person. You're right. And you're also right that, there are a lot of people who can't read or whose reading comprehension is so low that the spoken word is much better for them, even though they may not understand what the fuck they may be hearing. Something we got to deal with. That's something we have to deal with. Listen, I want to thank all of y'all for coming through tonight. I appreciate it. I appreciate the conversation. We will be back tomorrow night. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all and love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, 1 a.m. in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure y'all come on through. We will be talking about something fly tomorrow. I'm not sure yet, but we're going to stick to the script tomorrow. I promise. Scout's honor. I was never a scout, but that doesn't mean I don't have honor. I have Scout's honor. No Diddy. California appreciates you. That's what's up. Because when it's 1 o'clock here, it's only 10 o'clock there? Shout out to the West Coast. Shout out to my West Coast brothers and sisters. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. I hope y'all enjoyed listening to the show as much as I enjoyed broadcasting it. Thank you for my brother Carp Diem for calling in and dropping that wisdom on us. Hard wisdom. You know what I mean? Like, you gonna learn today. Peace, y'all. Good night.